Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football postgame show. I'm sorry it's a couple days late, but we'll recap it now. The Miami Dolphins had a magical night Thursday night as they got their first win of the season over the Jacksonville Jaguars, 31-13 tonight at Everbank Field. The Dolphins had this game in hand from the get-go, and the Jaguars tried to make a comeback, but the Jaguars did not look good offensively and defensively, and their running and passing game was not good, and the Jaguars were not able to make a run in this game tonight. Miami took advantage of every one of Jacksonville's mistakes. That's never and that's why Miami never let up in this game. Ryan Fitzpatrick just had a spectacular night. Miami ran the ball well offensively and defensively in this game tonight. First quarter, Miami had the ball at their own 16, and Ryan Fitzpatrick passed short middle to Preston Williams for the 3-yard touchdown. The extra point was good, and it was 7-0 Dolphins. The Jaguars had a 24-yard pass to Jacksonville's 49, first and 10 at Jacksonville 25. Had a 4-yard run to Miami 47 for 4 yards and had an incomplete pass. And Logan Cook punts the ball 45 yards into the end zone for a touchback. Miami scored their second TD of the game thanks to Jordan Howard's 1-yard TD up the middle and into the end zone, and the extra point was good, and it was 14-0 Dolphins. The Jaguars scored their first touchdown of the game. James Robinson up the middle for an 11-yard touchdown, and the extra point was good, and it was 14-7 Dolphins at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Dolphins went up 21-7. Ryan Fitzpatrick's pass short right to Mike Gesicki for the 15 yards into the end zone for the touchdown, and the extra point was good, and they were up 21-7. Jaguars had a turnover on downs. Gardner Minshew was sacked at Miami 46 for 10 yards, and it was 21-7 Dolphins at the break. In the third quarter, Jacksonville fumbled the ball, and Minshew got sacked at the Jacksonville 34 for 12 yards, and Kyle Van Noy recovered the ball and was pushed out of bounds, and Miami got the ball back. The Dolphins scored their final TD of the game, and Ryan Fitzpatrick ran up the middle for the 1-yard score. The extra point was good. It was 28-7 Dolphins. The Jaguars had another turnover on downs. Minshew's pass short middle to James Robinson to the Miami 23 for 10 yards. And Brandon Jones and Jay Becker got a penalty for unnecessary roughness. And the call stood, and Jacksonville turned over the ball. And it was actually Chris. Yeah, and it was. And then the fourth game, and it was 28-7 at the end of the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, the Jaguars scored their final touchdown of the game. James Robinson up the middle for the 1-yard TD, but the extra point was no good. It went wide left. It was 28-13 Dolphins. Jaguars had a third turnover on downs. Minshew sacked Jacksonville 20 for 6 yards. Adam Van Ginkel, and there was a penalty on Chris Conley for unnecessary roughness, but it was declined. The Dolphins got to the Jacksonville 13 and it was 4th and 3rd and set up for a field goal. Jason Sanders' field goal, 30-yard field goal, was good at the 31, and it was 31-13 Dolphins. Jacksonville Jaguars had an interception. Gardner Minshew's pass deep left intended for Chris Conley, intercepted by Xavier Howard at the Miami 2. Xavier Howard pushed out of bounds at the Miami 3 for the 1-yard line, for 1 yard. And the Dolphins made a few plays, and then all they had to do was kneel and run out the rest of the clock. The Miami Dolphins get their first win of the season, and Ryan Fitzpatrick a spectacular night, 31-13. Dolphins win. Game balls: Ryan Fitzpatrick 18 of 20 yards, carries and attempts, 7 yards carrying, 38 yards rushing, two touchdowns. Myles Gaskin 22 carries, 66 yards, 5 receptions, and 29 yards on the receiving end of the ball. Devontae Parker, 5 receptions, 69 yards, As I said, the Miami Dolphins took advantage of every one of Jacksonville's mistakes in tonight's game, and And we got some great matchups coming up for you Sunday. The San Francisco 49ers will face the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium in New York. The Washington football team will take on the Cleveland Browns here in Cleveland at First Energy Stadium. The Cincinnati Bengals will take on the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The New England Patriots will take on the Las Vegas Raiders at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. The Chicago Bears will take on the Atlanta Falcons at their home field at the Falcons' home field at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The LA Rams will take on the Bills at Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo. The Texans will take on the Steelers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Tennessee Titans will take on the Minnesota Vikings at US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the Carolina Panthers will take on the LA Chargers at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, right near Los Angeles. The New York Jets will take on the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And the Dallas Cowboys will take on the Seattle Seahawks at Century Lake Field in Seattle. The Detroit Lions will take on the Arizona Cardinals at University of Phoenix Stadium in Phoenix, Arizona. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will take on the Denver Broncos at Sports Authority Field in Denver. The Packers will take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football at Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And the Monday night game, the one that everybody's talking about, the Kansas City Chiefs, will take on the Baltimore Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. And as I said before, Miami took advantage of every one of Jacksonville's mistakes tonight in this game. And that's why Jacksonville was not able to make a run this game tonight. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football postgame show. I'll be back on Sunday. Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. All the pregame and postgame shows, including Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.